This year's festive dip takes place at 2 Mile Gate, the Killaloe Ballina Christmas Day swim, and is raising vital funds for the Brothers of Charity Killaloe Ballina, supporting people in the local community. With a new service building recently opened and a growing need for assistive communication technology, the swim's aim is to make a real difference. And joining me on the line are the organiser and the cerebral palsy swimmer Jonathan McGrath, and Camille Nolan, day service facilitator with the Brothers of Charity Services in Ireland. And you're both very welcome to the programme. And Jonathan, you've been on with us before to talk about the Christmas Day swim in Killaloe Ballina, and it has become quite the festive tradition. How did it all kick off, and what keeps you all coming back each year?
Yeah, so it would have been actually my dad that kind of got it going maybe, I think it was 37 years ago now. So I suppose he sort of passed on the baton now to myself and my brother, his wife Roisin, and we've two new people in. We've Chris and Emer in helping us at the minute as well. So it's sort of a kind of tradition in Killaloe Ballina now that everybody pops out on Christmas Day, and it's kind of raising money for local groups and organisations. And even if you're not swimming, you can pop out on the day, and there'll be mulled wine and there's Irish whiskies, and it's just giving a donation, have a bit of crack, a bit of festivities. It's great, really, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like there's a nice spirit to it. Pardon the pun, you mentioned in spirits there, but also that it is for a good cause. And Camille, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the work the Brothers of Charity do in the Killaloe Ballina area and who the service supports locally.
Hi, Alan. Thanks a million for having me on. So basically, the Brothers of Charity Killaloe Ballina started back in 2017, and at the time it only supported 2 individuals, but we've expanded now and we're supporting 13 individuals, 11 in the day service and 2 are in a 24-hour residential service. So the service is just gradually expanding further and further. There's a need, and it's essential to support people within their local communities, because what has happened previous to this is that people would have to travel possibly to Limerick or Ennis to get service. So it's fantastic that we're able to provide it in their local communities, and all the individuals that attend live locally within a maybe 10-15 kilometre radius. So the reason why we've applied for the fund this year is we opened another building. So we had a building and it was idle for years. The hope was that it would be a purpose build so that everybody could access this building that was going to be a knock-through. They'd bought the property, I can't remember, many years ago, several years ago, but the funding then didn't come through to provide the purpose build. So they've renovated it so that we can use it, because we are at capacity in the building that we're currently in. So we had 2 new individuals start this September, and the potential is that we'll have more in the future, especially school leavers. So the new day service at present, we had very limited funding, so we've just done the basic furnishings in it at the minute. But what we hope to do is that we would have a lovely sensory room with soft furnishings, kind of lighting for all that kind of thing, and that also at the moment we are kind of tight on transport as well. Like, because we live in a fairly rural area, the public transport is not fantastic, and also the people that we support are not able to access that transport. So we kind of currently share in 4 vehicles, and so the hope is that as well that we'd be able to maybe pay towards buying a new vehicle, you know. Yeah. Also, what is really important is that we are hoping to get these touchscreen devices. So we're based over 3 properties at the moment, and I would love to have kind of a touch screen in each property, so the people who have limited speech or are non-speaking, that they can use that as a means of communicating with their peers and with the staff. Some people, one person in particular, has their own iPad and they use that, and it works really, really well. But we have a lot of people that we support that would equally be able to use this, and it will be accessible to all, because it maybe be in the hall area then in each premises. Okay. So after Christmas, when we know kind of how much money that we're going to raise, we'll have an advocacy meeting with the individuals that we support to find out what they would like it to be spent on also, do you know?
Okay, there's really, really big plans there that could make a significant difference to people. And Jonathan, when you hear all of that, I guess it's easy to see why this year's swim is supporting the Brothers of Charity in Killaloe and Ballina. Why is it so important for you and others and the committee as well to choose this particular cause?
It's great. It's more, suppose it's always a local group and a local charity that we go for, and I suppose the Brothers, it's helping people with additional needs within the community. and it's just a great cause. The other kind of few bits that would be great to mention as well, the fact that we're bagpacking in the local SuperValu and the local Aldi, so we're doing backpacks today and tomorrow. SuperValu today, Aldi tomorrow. And St. Anne's Community College, the school, the secondary school in Killaloe, got in behind us as well this year. And over the last couple of years, they do a sleepover, the Leaving Cert, and they raise funds as well. So it's kind of a community effort that everyone rows in behind the swim, and it will support a local group. And the Brothers this year, it's a great charity to be working with.
And I suppose as well, Christmas Day in particular, it can be a quiet time for some people, but even for others, they'll tend to be with their family and those closest to them. How does an event like this serve in bringing the community together? Because that's a lovely aspect of Christmas as well, to be with those in your local community if you get the opportunity.
Yeah, 100%. I was given the task this year of even just ringing people that do it every year and to see will they do it again this year and send out a sponsorship card. And there was one lad in particular that said to me that it's usually my dad has been ringing the last 20 years and we've took over now. Well, I done the calling this year, but he said to me, thank you so much for keeping this going, that it's become such a big family thing for him, and he'd like to say thank you basically for everyone in Killaloe Ballina that do it. Like there'll be a lot of people out there on the day, and it's become a family tradition for lots and lots of people, and it's great.
Yeah, and Camille, when you hear that, I mean, as Jonathan says, this is an event that means so much to people who participate or in the community in general. But when you, and particularly the people who your service is for, when they hear about events like this swim, bringing the community together, and that it's to do so to raise funds for Brothers of Charity, what impact does that have for them beyond the fundraising?
Well, it's being involved in the community as well. Even, for example, like Jonathan said, we're doing the backpacking today in SuperValu and tomorrow in Aldi. The individuals we support are doing the backpacking as well, because they're representing the service as well, and it's for people to see the reason they're putting the money in the bucket. Do you know what I mean? The reason why they're getting the sponsorship cards and doing the swim, it's for these individuals who we're supporting. And also, like, even the Christmas Day swim day, I've gone myself for the last few years, and it's just such a fabulous atmosphere. And there's a couple of individuals that we support here who attend that Christmas Day swim every year as well. And it's just, again, like Jonathan said, it's the atmosphere, the community spirit. It's just fabulous. Like, I can't explain it. You'd have to be there really to kind of to get the full value of it. Like, but it's a lovely, lovely experience. Just for that hour you're out there, and it breaks up the day, Christmas Day as well. If I you know, sometimes you're kind of in for the day, and it's nice to actually get out and meet people, and you know, and like Jonathan said, for those who might be spending Christmas alone, or you know, it's a way of them getting out and meeting others. It's just a lovely event, really lovely event, and ran really well every year.
I've no doubt, Jonathan, it'll be well attended from those doing the swim, or those just watching on and lending their support. But let's see if we can increase the turnout. For anyone listening who might be nervous about taking the plunge and they're thinking, God, Christmas, it could be very cold, etc. What would you say to encourage them?
To be honest, even the swim itself is just really a symbolisation of the fundraiser. So people even just wanting to get involved in the fundraising aspect and just generate funds for the Brothers of Charity, which is the end goal. They could get in contact with myself, would be 085 742 4446, and I could get in contact, and maybe we'll try and send out a sponsorship card, or there's an I Donate Christmas Day Killaloe Ballina Christmas Day swim page, and different sort of bits like that as well.
Brilliant. Look, really, really good initiative. Brings the community together, helps out a great organisation, helps them to help others, and gets the Christmas spirit going as well in the community. Hope it goes really, really well. My thanks to one of the organisers there, Jonathan McGrath, and Camille Nolan, who's day service facilitator with the Brothers of Charity Services Ireland.